Hello everyone and welcome back to Boulder Cove. This is episode 14 and today we are really going to expand this little city here. We're gonna expand it with some pretty big offices, some pretty huge commercial centers and two more neighborhoods who are also pretty huge. Got a lot to offer in this episode. Hopefully it should be a good quality. But before we begin, I would like to say hello to everyone who's brand new. I have been experiencing a increase in subscribers and viewers in my videos for the last, I don't know, maybe just 2-3 weeks. It's been weird. I haven't done anything special. I haven't done anything different from any other video, and now just suddenly I'm getting 3-4 times the amount of views on videos that I used to publish. It's weird, but when YouTube gives you lemons, you gotta make more free content. Yeah, that's how it goes. Anyways, if you're new, then you probably should go ahead and check out the rest of the series. There is a playlist on my channel, but a quick recap. This series is very much story driven. This series is as much as your series as it is mine. I haven't said that in many episodes now. I used to say it all the time, but I simply just forgot. But it's still very much the truth that this is not purely mine. I do love that you guys keep giving me suggestions on names and on stuff to build and different kinds of stories and whatever, so keep that going. I will come back and talk a little bit about stories and stuff like that in just a few minutes. But before we begin talking about that, I should probably talk about what we're seeing on screen, what we're doing in this episode. So I did mention it, but we are first and foremost expanding our office core. So I think I briefly mentioned this in the last episode, that I sort of want to have basically two downtowns, one more commercial with small shops, not too big of buildings, just like 1 or 2 stories, just like a cozy little area. That would be like the historical downtown, that will be on the other side of the river, and then the more modern downtown, which is based, or it's still commercial, but mostly it is offices and residential buildings, quite tall ones. The tallest one here is very tall, almost. It's not completely one of the tallest assets that the vanilla game has to offer, but it's definitely up there. And I think the skyline in this city really turned out pretty nice in my opinion. So right next to it, I went ahead and placed down some big box stores, if that's what you should call it. I also mentioned this in the last episode. I think I placed down Sears, Hudson Bay, maybe I placed down Target, I don't know, but I placed down these kinds of buildings, and I was contemplating whether I should find something vanilla or if I should just go on the workshop. After looking at what I had to my disposal in the vanilla game, I sort of realized that nothing will really fit. Maybe like 1 or 2 things, but that wasn't enough, so I went ahead and checked out the workshop, and I think these are made by Conno, Conno. He's made some fantastic assets for I think Taser here for his series. Can't remember what it's called. It was an older series, but Conno makes some great assets. They are American assets, makes a lot of gas stations and just different kinds of commercial buildings. So he's definitely one of my favorite go-to guys when it comes to what they got to offer at the workshop. So yeah, I went ahead and downloaded 4 or 5 of these. Then I used the parking lot roads to, well, you guessed it, make parking lots around these stores. Pretty big ones. They're not too popular. It's not that many people park there. I might go ahead and try to, try to fool them, so that they more people park there, or else I think I can. I think I can manage anyways. But it definitely people parking there already, so it still looks good in my opinion. I also made a very small university right in the city center of this town. The reason behind it was I wanted something like a university hospital, so that this university was just for medical students, or maybe it was maybe it was a campus that belongs to another university around this area. Those who go, the medical students, they are attending this campus. What really annoyed me about this was that I had to place down a administration building in order to make a campus, and the administration building is probably one of the biggest vanilla buildings they've ever made. It's really annoying, and it of course it looks good, but it didn't really fit this area. So what I did, I just sort of tried to hide it as best as I could, and just clip two assets together. So in the end, I don't think it turned out too bad, but it definitely would be nice to have maybe a smaller administration building, in case you don't want something as big as this one. They do have even park life when it comes to like main gates, because they work the exactly same way. That in order to create a campus area and a park area, you need like a main building. Industry area as well, you need a main building. But for like the park, you can make a normal gate, or you can place down like a smaller gate that is like 1 tile instead of 4 or 5. It would be nice to have something like that in this game as well, but well, can't get everything, can you? Now coming back to what I said about stories and stuff like that, I have been getting some help lately in writing a certain story about this city. In fact, I have been getting help from one of you guys. I will be saying who it is and all of that in a later episode, but I want to finish up that story, the name of this place, the history, and all of that. I want to finish it up and then create something cool with it before I speak too much about it. So yeah, I just giving you a little tease of what to come, but it's really cool, it's really interesting, and it's a great experience. So there is no need to write stories about this place, but if you do, I'll take it, and then I might use it as a source of inspiration for another place. But then again, if you want to write a story about a different place that I haven't maybe built yet, or give just suggestions on what I should build next time, because when I finish with this city, I'm not quite sure what I'll do next. So please, if you have any suggestions, then just let me know. Of course, it is very appreciated by me. So yeah, I hope you'll do that, and I hope you also join me in the live portion of this video. It's a rather short time lapse, at least that's what I tried, but yeah, anyways, here comes the live gameplay. Hope to see you there. Alright, welcome back. It's pouring outside. This is the first time I'm experiencing rain in Boulder Cove. it didn't really come as a surprise. I turned it on purpose, but I want to see how it turned out, and yeah, it actually looks kind of good. Not really a fan of the what should you call it, like the rain. Not really a fan of the rain in general. Not in this game either. It looks a bit weird, but right now for this purpose, it looks pretty good in my opinion. Definitely when you're filming cinematics, it can't be. It makes it all look so weird. But yeah, here we are. It's beginning to clear up, it seems. And this is the office core. Did it stop raining? I don't know. Yep, this is the more modern office core, office downtown skyscraper, office downtown scraper, whatever. I really liked how it turned out. I didn't want it to be too big in size or height. This is the tallest building right here, the blue one. Quite tall, but you will see in the capital Boulder Cove, which is the biggest city, and this is not, then there will be buildings a lot taller than this one. That will be a huge city. But yeah, this building is not too bad either. I would imagine this town or this city grew very much maybe in the right after World War II, and then like these offices came probably in the 60s, 70s or 80s. Definitely these ones are a lot somewhat shorter, and then maybe one or two taller ones came maybe in the 90s or something like that, because of the city grew and maybe the capital grew, and therefore a lot of people moved over here as well, so they could commute, because it might be a little bit cheaper to live here. Who knows? But yeah, I'm very pleased with the skyline. Definitely when you enter the city from over here, oh, look at that. Look at that. That's gorgeous. You see the Hudson Bay, I think it's called. The flickering trees. Don't mind that. You can see the bridge in the background, and the harbor as well. Ah, this is a nice place. Yeah, very pleased with how it turned out. And what else? This is the university hospital. Haven't really given it a name or anything, but yeah, I just felt like this could be a spot for it. So this, I think, it is School of Tourism and Travel. So it's not a nothing to do with anything medicine related, but we can always pretend, can't we? And here's the administration building that I talked about, which is way too big, but I clipped it together so it looks like it's joined with this one. These are all one building, including this like bridge here. Turned out all right. They did say they didn't have any road connection. What I did then is just place the road inside this building and connected it through this tunnel here, so it looks like a underground parking garage, which is kind of cool, because you need a lot of parking when you run a hospital, and to be honest, there is a lot of parking spots in this area. So there's a lot to choose from. I did talk about in the time lapse that no one uses them. What you can do if you have, I think, what mod is that? Traffic Manager President Edition? Yeah, I think if you go to gameplay here, you can turn on parking AI. I might do that. I don't know if that affects, the vehicle limit. I don't know if the parked cars count as a vehicle, because I don't know how many vehicles you could have on the map at the same time. But yeah, for now it definitely isn't any issue, and it shouldn't be for a while either. I also haven't turned on this one. Uh, to be honest, I don't need it, and it takes a toll on your computer. The entire mod does. It's very huge mod, but I can turn on the more realistic parking. So then we actually might get some people using these parking lots. For example, this one, which is, for example, if people were to drive to the train station to catch a train to go anywhere, really. These I really liked. Sort of like public housing. Something they quickly put up maybe in the 70s or something. It looks pretty old, looks pretty dated. And just, yeah, something they put up and didn't really care how it turned out. They just want to have places for people to live in. And maybe they also did it like further in this area as well, or over here. And as you know, the demand for offices grew, they tore down a lot of these buildings. That could be the case. And maybe there's also plans on tearing down a few more. But for now, they stand, and there's a lot of people living here. So a lot of people walking around as well, which is pretty cool. Is anything else? Yeah, the neighborhoods, of course. I didn't really show too much of the creating of the neighborhoods in the time lapse, because it's really just placing down buildings. This neighborhood's got a pretty nice park with some basketball courts and whatever this is. Just some pathways, a lot of open area, and some commercial spots, a elementary school, primary school. This is a pretty nice area, in my opinion. Definitely up towards here. I did try to put down some more bigger, more prettier houses, because it's yeah, you're pretty close to the freeway, but you're pretty close to the should you call it a river? I think it's a river. You can see the river here comes from this one, that then again comes from the swamp. Remember there, yeah. And the idea was to actually have it go further, but the river wasn't big enough. So I did a technique that I have been doing for a while now, and just really packed this area, very dense with trees. So you can imagine there still might be water up here, but it's just a little creek, so you can't really spot it. And yeah, it's just a bunch of trees, because it would be a great place for them to grow, right? The other neighborhood is not as pretty as the other one. It's yeah, that was what I had in mind, actually, to create something a lot more run down. Not a lot of rich people live here. No one really does. Try to go with the some smaller houses, some houses that sort of fit this area. These houses that I used the most of were the University City houses by King Leno. That's a content creator pack that you can buy only for PC, I think. I don't think it's out for console. It should be though, but yeah, who knows. And trying to slowly basically turning this neighborhood from pretty, like, okay, below average to pretty bad with the closer you get to the train line, suddenly turning from asphalt to dirt road, and then you can drive underneath this bridge, and then you come to this side, and yeah, this side is I really like making these sort of areas. They're not cool in real life because, you know, they're basically falling apart, and yeah, it's a lot of poverty, and that's not cool and all. But in the game, they're fun to make. Yeah, this would be like a known area. It will be a lot of poverty. Not a lot of people here finish, you know, high school and stuff like that. You might get a lot of crime in this area as well. Yeah, it would be sort of like that kind of place. Pretty cool in my opinion. You can see the skyscrapers from your house. It's a city that's very much divided between rich and poor. And we haven't even created the proper rich neighborhoods. That will be over here. I thought I will create a nice beach and a opera house, and just this will be very nice. Same with this one. Probably have I want the rich people to live near the shore, because the land value down there is very high in game and in real life as well. But yeah, is there anything else I need to show you? I did turn off this toll booth. I might turn it on again. The reason is I think they use way too long to just stop and pay. Now they don't, but they should be pretty soon. Eventually they'll stop and pay. But yeah, here you go. I think it just takes too long, and it creates a kind of long queue, and it backs up, and it's a traffic jam, and you can already see it kind of. You know what? I was about to say I do have money, but we don't. Eventually one day we'll make money, but for now it's okay. Should we turn on the rain again? Sure. Rain. There we go. And let's find a nice spot to end this video. Let's see. I do like having the mountains in the background. You know, the national park that we worked on a few episodes ago. There we go. Here. This is nice. This is nice. Not in real life, but in this game. This is nice. Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. Take you there. I would give it all away to do it all again. Make our love a story that would never end. Never thought I'd feel so alive, looking in your eyes. I just wanna love you till the day I die. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end take you there. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare. And I wanna take you there.